Hi Twin Flames, welcome to my channel. My name is Natasha Mai. Today I am going to do a video on twin flame mirroring and what exactly that is and how it works. Well, yes, the twin flame mirror. We've all heard a lot about it, but I think very little of us really understand what twin flame mirroring is and what is the purpose of that mirror. Well, our twin flame and ourselves are one soul. And your twin flame is a direct subconscious mirror to you. It's looking at your own subconscious programming through your twin flame. That is exactly what it is. So most of the times we are unaware of what is lying within our own subconscious. We are consciously unaware of what's lying in our own subconscious. The programming, the wounds, and how it's affecting us in our day-to-day life and in relationships, obviously. So what your twin flame does is directly reflect to you your own subconscious programming and your own subconscious wounds that still needs to be healed. So that means your twin flame are not doing anything to you. They are merely reflecting to you what is lying within your own subconscious that you are not aware of. So, for instance, let's take running and chasing as an example of explaining that to you in a way that you can actually understand it. If your twin flame is running from you, the divine masculine usually is the runner and the divine feminine is usually the chaser. Now, if you just think about it, the masculine energies are the hunter, so they're the one that is chasing. And the feminine, who is the softer type of energy, should actually be the runner. But why is the roles reversed? Because you are merely mirroring to your divine masculine things that you are running from within yourself, and then they act upon that subconscious programming within you and they start running from you, and vice versa. The divine masculine, when you chase the divine masculine, you are merely mirroring to your divine masculine things that he's chasing after within himself, and then obviously you start chasing. But if you just think about it in a logical way, it should be vice versa. Okay, so that is exactly how twin flame mirroring works. So whatever your twin is doing is a direct reflection of what's lying within your own subconscious that still needs to be healed, or that are programming that is defaulted that you should clear out and work through. So your divine counterpart are not directly doing anything to you, are not directly hurting you, are not directly doing anything to cause any harm to this connection. That is merely, it's actually a gift. It's actually a gift if you really think about it. Your counterpart is showing you what is in your subconscious, what is the programming that is defaulted within your subconscious that is not unconditional love, that you should be working on, that you should clear out, that you should heal. And if you use it in that way, then it's obviously a great gift, and you can work through those problems and you can work through those things and you can heal from it and you can release it and you can reprogram your subconscious to be unconditionally loving towards your counterpart. And that is when harmonious union is actually possible. If both of you can actually see the mirroring as a gift and as a way of building this connection towards unconditional love, because that is what the twin flame union is. It's unconditional loving each other, and that is what we came here to teach and change the world into. But we tend to blame our counterpart for the things they are doing towards us or doing to us, instead of seeing that as something that is within yourself that are being reflected. Now, it's not necessarily something that you are doing towards your twin, that your twin is reflecting to you. It's something you're doing towards yourself, because we are only one soul. So that is only things we are doing to the self. So for instance, if your divine counterpart is cheating on you with other people, then somewhere within yourself you are cheating on yourself in a very deep way that is really causing harm, that you need to find and heal from. If your divine counterpart is abandoning you, you are abandoning some parts of yourself, and you are unaware of it, and you should be healing from that, and you should be working through those things that you're abandoning yourself with. If your divine counterpart is being rude and really violent towards yourself, there's some things within yourself that you are not that you are really violent towards within yourself, that is causing really big damage to you as a person in yourself. So that is basically how the mirror works. Now, once we've worked through all those problems within ourselves, gone through all those healing within ourselves that our counterpart is actually mirroring towards you, then we can come into a harmonious union, and we will be reflecting towards each other only the beautiful things, the love, the beauty of this connection, and the loyalty, and all this peaceful and absolutely uh, the deepest unconditional love. But we cannot do that as long as we have things within ourselves that needs to be healed. So you have to become unconditionally loving towards yourself first, before you can actually be unconditionally loving towards your divine counterpart, because your divine counterpart is you. He or she is you. It's the same soul. And you cannot unconditionally love your divine counterpart if you do not unconditionally love yourself. Um, so that is just in a very short way explaining to you how the mirror works. So instead of blaming your divine counterpart for doing certain things to you, we can actually use that as a way of seeing what is within ourselves, what is lying dormant in our own subconscious that we are not aware of, that is affecting us every single day. The way we treat ourselves, the way we are being loyal to ourselves, the way we are loving ourselves, the way we treat ourselves. If your divine counterpart is not treating you well, you are in some way not treating yourself well. Your divine counterpart will never treat you badly if you are unconditionally loving towards yourself, and vice versa. So, whatever you are reflecting towards your divine counterpart is something that is lying within them, that they are doing to themselves. So, if you are angry and resentful towards your divine counterpart, your divine masculine or divine feminine, it doesn't matter, then your counterpart are angry on a subconscious level and resentful on a subconscious level um, about something within themselves that they cannot accept, or um, that they do not approve of within themselves. Um, so that is how the twins reflect towards one another. What is lying dormant on a subconscious level, and divine union can happen, obviously, before we've gone through all those healing. But then you obviously in union you will be reflecting towards each other all those deep subconscious wounds and programming. And if both are fully understanding the gift that the mirror is, and you can actually both use that to work on yourselves, heal yourselves, and unconditionally loving yourselves through your mirror, without starting to blame and resent and be angry with one another. um, Harmonious union is possible before you've gone through all that healing. If you can't and both of you are not fully aware of how the mirror works and not using it to its full potential, then obviously separation will be, you will be in separation with your twin, and you'll have to work through these things on your own before you can actually come into a harmonious union. But that is not necessary if both are willing to fully understand and fully use the mirror as a part of the healing that both of you have to go through, and a part of the growth that you have to go through as twins to unconditionally love yourself and your counterpart. Obviously, separation is just another mirror. So when you are both in separation, um, obviously when you are in separation with your twin, then and both of you choose to be separated from one another, it is because you are separating yourself from an aspect within yourself that you are not approving of. And until both of you have healed those things within yourself, and it was 11:11 when I said that, you won't be in union, of course, with your divine counterpart. So that is just a very basic idea of how the twin flame mirror works. And there's many techniques out there that you can use to actually help you heal and help you go through whatever your divine counterpart is mirroring to you, to heal that within yourself. If you need any assistance, I'm there to help you go through that. I also got a big healing session coming up on the 22nd of April, which is new moon as well, which will cover abandonment, rejection, and separation. So you are more than welcome to join on that healing session. I will put the link to the video that I've put up on information on that in the link in the description box below of this video. But if you do want more personal help, please feel free to contact me, send me an email. I can make some suggestions, or you can use any of my services that is available. I'll also put that in the description box below. But yes, that is basically it, friends. I'm not gonna go into a lot of detail about the mirror. There's not a lot to understand about the mirror. Okay, your twin is actually just a subconscious mirror to you. It's just showing you what is lying with your own subconscious that still needs to be healed, that still needs to be handled, that still needs to be released. Those are things that are lying there and you are not consciously aware of it. So that is basically like looking into a real mirror and seeing a reflection of yourself. The reflection you're seeing is not your consciousness, though. The reflection that you see is your subconscious. So I'm not going to cover any more details about it. It's actually not hard to understand. But it's very important. It's very important to understand how it works and how it affects your union with your twin, and how you can actually move through those steps very quickly to come into a harmonious union with your twin. You can actually disagree with your twin that you'll be working through those issues in yourself when you start mirroring to each other and actually be together. Or if you can't do that, obviously you're going to have to go through that on your own. But the quicker you see that your twin is only mirroring subconscious programming to you, and those are the things that you are not accepting within yourself, or not dealing with within yourself, or fearing within yourself. It's easier. It's much easier not to blame your twin for the things they are doing. They are merely picking up on your subconscious energy and what is lying in there, and they are just acting upon that, and do not have control over it. And so they are not consciously making choices to hurt you. That is also, they are subconsciously reacting in a way that is mirroring to you what is lying within your own subconscious that you are not dealing with, or you are hurting about, or yes, and that is basically it. But please remember to check the description box below for information on the big healing session coming up on the 22nd of April that I'm going to do, as well as my other services that is available. And please hit the like and share and subscribe buttons for me, twins. And I will see you in the next video. Namaste.